who had the better career overall? Bret Hart or John Cena? First category, who was better on the mic? Comparing mic skills can be subjective, but I don't think so in this particular comparison. Bret definitely improved over his career and he does have some memorable promos, but I think Cena was considerably more confident and at ease and creative. Whether he was rapping as the Doctor of Thugonomics or systematically tearing down The Rock prior to their WrestleMania main event, Cena was on another level and deserves this category. 1 point for John Cena. Number 2, who won more world championships? Cena is a 13-time WWE champion and a 3-time world heavyweight champion, tying him with Ric Flair, woo, for the most all time. Bret is a 5-time WWE champion and a 2-time WCW champion, making him a 7-time world champion. Taking into consideration different eras and more title changes were happening during Cena's run, I'll give Cena just 1 point for this category. The score is now 2-0 for Cena. Third category, who had the best one match? Cena's had some very memorable matches against CM Punk in Chicago or The Rock at WrestleMania, but I don't think his match resume stacks up against the great Bret Hart. Bret's best matches are really endless. You can start with Bret vs Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13 or Bret vs HBK at WrestleMania 12, Bret vs Owen at WrestleMania 10 or Bret vs Mr. Perfect. You guys get the idea. This category goes to the Hitman. The score is now 2-1 for Cena. Fourth category, who had more charisma? Bret's charisma was definitely less obvious than Cena's. I think Cena's presence and ability to connect with the fans at times was really apparent, but let's not forget that Cena was booed out of the building for years even though he was a face. Who can forget Cena in 2013 telling the fans he needs a surgery for his elbow and the fans cheering and chanting yes, yes for his departure? Bret definitely connected with the fans as the top babyface, getting massive pops, giving the sunglasses to the fans, and selling out arenas internationally. And Bret got heat like no other as a top heel with the Hart Foundation. For these reasons, I'll give 1 point to each for both Cena and Bret as far as charisma. The score is now 3-2 for Cena. Next category, storytelling and adaptability. To me, Cena and Bret were different types of storytellers. Bret was a master at telling the story in the ring, whether he was a heel or face. I'd say Cena wasn't as great narrating a story inside the ring as he was outside of it. Looking at adaptability, I think they are both lacking, to be honest. Bret did well as a heel, but it wasn't his strength or comfort zone. And when he went to WCW for a whole host of reasons, his career kind of fizzled. Cena changed character from the rapper to the face of the company, but unfortunately, he never had the opportunity to go work for another company or even become a heel. For these reasons, I'll give again 1 point each. The score is now 4-3 for Cena. Who is the better technical wrestler? This is a no-brainer for me, guys. Cena wins this round. Just kidding. Bret is likely on every fan's top 5 technical wrestlers of all time. And that's not to discredit Cena's wrestling ability, it's just he isn't on Bret's level. There's a reason why they say Bret could have a 5-star match with a broomstick. 1 point for the Hitman. The score is now 4-4. Last and final category, the longevity and impact. Cena has been wrestling for over 20 years and he stayed loyal to the biggest wrestling company. Many say he carried the company during the PG era, albeit the era was one of the least enjoyable. Bret had an incredible 16-year run that touched different eras, including the Golden Era, the New Generation, ushering in the Attitude Era, and parts of the WCW era. Being a focal point or up-and-coming star in all those eras likely means you were doing something right. Outside the ring, Cena's make-a-wishes and work ethic to keep WWE in focus was exceptional. Inside the ring, I would suggest more wrestlers today would say they would want to emulate Bret. Although I do think Bret was a part of a better matches and his career touches some of the better years in the business, he was not always the focal point. Cena was literally the biggest attraction in the face of WWE during multiple eras. Cena main evented 5 WrestleManias to Bret's 3. It's so close, but I'm giving the edge to the leader of the C Nation. Cena wins this category. The score is 5-4, and John Cena has had the better career overall. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below if you disagree or agree with me. Until next time, wrestling fans.